draw a card.
Draw more
So
cards.
yeah, so he's a 4 for the quest for 2, which is very good stats.
Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Innovation Alley. We're your hosts. I'm TowelManPurple,
I'm Bjorn.
and we're going to go over a Sapphire Steel Budget Heroes deck today. But before we do that, I need to make it very, very clear and important that you smash that like button and subscribe right down below. That way you can stay up to date on all the content.
Yeah. I mean, there's a new video every Tuesday and Friday, 2 Innovation Alleys a week. So what are you waiting for?
Let's get it. All right, so to move right into it, Sapphire Steel Budget Heroes by Mr. Bjorn himself. Now, how about you kick us off and talk to us about this deck?
Right. So I want to mention this new set 6 card Calhoun, which is insane. Like this is the star of the deck for sure.
Yeah,
It's
I
just
love
plus
it.
1.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, it has 3 willpower, you could say, because of the resist. So 2 cost, 3 strength, 3 willpower. That's pretty good. Quest for 1, but during your turn, whenever this character banishes another character in a challenge, gain 2 lore. That's insane. That's the same ability that the 5 cost Robin Hood has. But this card costs 2.
Yeah, Calhoun's a baby Robin Hood for sure. It's
Uh,
insane.
yeah, it's just absolutely crazy.
That's awesome. What else do we
Yeah.
have from set six?
Uh, we have Hero Hamada here.
All right.
You can pay 2 and exert him to search for any robot or item and then put it on top of your deck. But we don't have any robots in here, but we do have 2 very important items actually that will swing the match in our favor. We have Ice Block is, I would say, the weaker of the 2. You can use that to give an opponent's character -1 strength for a turn, which is also challenging. But most of all, Imperial Bow. We have 4 Imperial Bows, because this is very important to the deck. Right? This is very important to the strategy we're doing.
Yeah.
Chosen hero character, which is almost every card, gains Challenger +2 and Evasive. So we can hit evasive stuff, we can get rid of Diablos or whatever, and Challenger +2. So we're just going to hit for a lot more than we were supposed to.
That's really interesting because
Yeah.
decks like Green Steel, they don't really run any item removal. Red
Mm-hmm.
Purple is notorious for not having item removal.
Nope.
So this card is really a thorn in the side for a lot of decks. I like it.
Yeah, and we have 4 of them. So if they get rid of 1,
Dun dun
we
dun, there's more.
yeah, and we also have a couple copies of Hero Hamada, who, again, if you feel like you need another Imperial Bow, just play him. Get it.
I love it.
Easy. Absolutely. And then we have, a bunch of heroes. We have this one cost Basil with support. I think support is a very, very good ability. It, again, helps you to challenge stuff.
Yeah, for sure. I think
Uh,
I think support's overlooked for how good it is, to be
mhm.
honest.
Yeah, and then the 2 cost Basil, it's just the same thing, really. Just the support is very good, and also there's a 3rd Basil card that is very good. 6 cost, however, shift 5, and we have 8 shift targets. So if you use shift to play this character, you may draw 2 cards when he enters play. That's insane.
We love drawing cards.
Yeah, drawing 2 cards, and you get a 3/4 that quests for 3. Incredible. Like, it's just amazing.
I mean, technically, it could be evasive.
Oh, man, you could give it evasive on your turn with the bow, yeah. Because again, it's a hero. Like almost everything is a hero here. Like the other 1-drop we have is Simba.
Oh, it's got
When
the
you
loot
play this
effect.
character, you may draw a card, then choose and discard a card. So if you don't like how your starting hand looks, just fix it. Play Simba on 1, just fix it. We have the 3 cost Simba as well, yep. During your turn, whenever this character banishes another character in a challenge, draw a card. Drawing cards is amazing, right? We love drawing cards. We don't have a whole new world in this deck. We don't have any of that fancy stuff. We don't have, you know, Hiram Flaversham that eats popsicles. None of that. We're using these other ways to draw cards. So, again, a hero that draws a card. Awesome. And, of course, we have the big Simba then as well, since we have 8 small targets for him. Shift cost 6, but shift 4. When you play this character, you may banish chosen item or location, which is awesome. That gives us a way to deal with opponents' items or locations. And, I mean, is there a deck that doesn't have items or locations? I feel like every deck has either one of those, right?
Well, let's just go over the very top of the meta, right? We'll start with Ruby Amethyst. They definitely play
Oh yeah,
locations,
locations.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And even if it's that burn version, they also play the Chromacon, so there's an item in there as well. And then
Okay, yeah.
Green Steel, they have, or Emerald Steel, pardon me.
Yeah.
They actually
Cove.
have Hidden Cove, so they are not.
I mean, yeah, and I see them playing the Emerald Chromicon, actually. A lot of them do.
You know, Ruby, Sapphire, or Sapphire Steel, they are item
So many
eccentric, like
Oh,
eccentric.
yes.
So they are just full of items. So that works there.
Mhm.
Amber
I think many
Steel.
Amber Steel, I mean, they might have Flute, they might have Lantern, they might have Pride Lands, you know, they can run locations.
Yep. So
Good
that might
there.
be the only one where it's not like
Not
100%
guaranteed.
hitting. Yeah, but you know, it still will hit a percentage of them because a lot of the people
Yeah,
still
exactly.
play.
And any like aggressive Amethyst deck that quests for a lot, you know, obviously Amethyst Chromicon is an item, and they usually play like either the library or Queen's Castle as well. So
Yep. So it's hitting something in almost every single important matchup.
yeah, and you know, if I play against you, if I play one of your decks,
Me?
gonna be locations galore.
I
I'm gonna ruin
mean,
your entire day. Think you're You're gonna think you're so slick when you just in time your Jim Hawkins into Arliss Legacy, and then the next turn you just shift my Simba and remove that location for you. So. Mm-hmm.
we'll
Mm-hmm.
have to see that. Maybe that'll come in like a covered section at one point in time.
Oh yes. Uh, yeah. So that's great.
Moving
Yeah, we
along.
got.
Two drop
Yeah, we got
Anna.
both. Yeah, Judrupana is just if you have another hero character, which we will have a bunch of heroes.
That's for
This character
sure.
gets +1 lore, so she's like a Daisy Duck, you know, 1 for the quest for 2,
Yeah, love
except
it.
without the negative parts.
More card draw.
Yeah, we love drawing
We
cards.
love it.
We love drawing cards. When you play him, you know, just discard your hand to draw 2 cards. I think that's amazing. Of course, you know, you want to wait until you've already played everything else to play him.
Yeah, I think
But
that's fairly common for this deck, right? This is like a aggro approach of a mid-range deck. So you're
mm-hmm.
probably gonna have little to no cards in your hand turn 4 or 5-ish. So it's kind of
Yeah,
it's relevant.
exactly. Yeah, or whenever, you know, even if like it takes 10 turns for you to empty your hand. I mean, that's good, and then you get more cards.
I mean, for sure.
It's easy peasy.
The bigger Anna.
Yeah, the forecast on as well. Whenever this character quests your other hero characters, which means almost everything else except, I guess, Doc and Phil as well.
Yeah,
In a
because
bit.
Phil's an ally. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Your other hero characters get +1 lore this turn. So this can just win you the game outright. I mean, they will see it coming because, you know, you have to play her and wait a turn until she can quest. But if
Yes.
they can't deal with her, if they cannot deal with her, you're gonna be questing for like 1,000,000. Like, I don't know what to tell you. If
Yeah,
you have a
not
bunch
being
of
able
heroes,
to answer Anna is like not being able to answer Lucky. It's probably game over.
yeah, but, you know, she's inkable. And she quests for 2 herself as well. Like, she's just crazy.
Yeah, it's
I
great.
don't know what to say.
This card
She's
is
crazy.
another card that just is potential for
Also
stealing the
crazy.
game.
Oh, yeah. So again, we have a lot of, like, we have some low-cost characters, and then our forecasts are, like, actually game-winning.
Yeah.
Your hero characters gain Challenger +1. Like, that's just a bonus. That's not why we play the cards. That's very welcome. So almost all your cards will just challenge for 1 more. So again, helps us to control the board by removing things in challenges. Whenever you play a hero character, gain 1 lore. And that's just insane, right?
For sure.
Again, if they can't deal with Phil, you could just win outright. Like let's say you have, oh no, I don't have any characters, and then I play Phil, and then I play like 4 other heroes in Quest with Phil, and that's like 6 lore and you win.
His sub name is so fitting.
Eh,
No nonsense
It's
instructor.
insane.
It's awesome. Ooh.
Right, so the other we had 2 other 6 costs, however they had shift. This one doesn't, but I still think it's a very good card. I mean, it is a hero, and when you play this character, if an opponent has more cards in their hand than you, which they probably will, because we don't have super much card draw here, you draw a card.
Draw more
So-
cards.
Yeah, so he's a 4 for the quest for 2, which is very good stats. And then, during your turn, this character gains evasive. So even if you don't have the Imperial Bow, Robin Hood can still challenge evasive characters, which is awesome.
It does put a damper in some of these decks for sure.
Absolutely.
And then last but not least,
Then, yeah, our only action, because again, we are very challenge focused, we are very good at challenging. We don't need to, shoot things. But Let the Storm Rage On, I think, still is a good inclusion in the deck because aside from dealing 2 damage to chosen character, it also draws us a card, and we love drawing cards. Right? We love drawing cards.
yes, man, it's so awesome just to be able to draw
Yeah.
cards in a deck where
And-
you typically are not supposed to have the ability of doing so. It feels so good.
Yeah, we have a bunch of our characters can sing it, so it doesn't even have to cost us anything.
Right. So this deck was also brought up in the comments of a previous episode by
Yeah.
one of our faithful viewers. We are so grateful to have you. So
Yeah, exactly.
proceeding forward, if anyone has anything that they think that we should look into or investigate, or a card combination that they think maybe we should build around, or something to improve one of the decks that we have in these very videos, please feel free to drop a comment and let us know. We respond
Yeah.
to everyone. I think
Absolutely. So yeah, the person who I totally didn't forget the name of, I'm so sorry, who requested this deck for us to take a crack at. Thank you so much. I had so much fun building this, and I actually think it's a good deck. It's budget, yes. It's 55. It only says 55 because like the Calhoun is valued at $8 for some reason, but that's not true. Like when the set actually comes out, that's going to be under $1. It's just a rare card.
I agree.
So this is like a $20 deck in reality. Anyone can build this, and it's actually powerful. And yeah, so if anyone has any other requests, just write it in the comments below.
Yeah.
We see it all.
It would be so awesome. So we thank you guys for viewing the video. As always, we're much appreciative. And we hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Until the next one, we'll see you guys later.